Hey guys. So I know it's been a bit and I'm sorry. I was mostly just trying to get through the holidays, and then around New Year's I just got hit with this wave of depression, and so I've been just feeling really uninspired and haven't had a whole lot to offer to YouTube at the moment. But I've been trying to come up with ways to combat that and deal with it. I've been dealing with depression for a really long time, so my methods have kind of changed over the years on what I can do to help myself feel better. So it's a slow process, but I'm still here and I don't plan on going anywhere. I just have been trying to combat that and figure out, what videos I want to start making and what things I would like to start contributing for my channel. But I figured I'd just pop in and say hi and tell you guys I'm still alive. I wanted to do a video actually to share my current altar setup, but my phone, which I record handheld with, I think I need to clear some space off of it, so I'm probably going to work on that tonight, getting things off of it and getting it taken care of here, and then I think I can start to record a little bit better with it. But I just had taken down my Yule altar not that long ago, and kind of set it up just focusing on healing and intuition and mental clarity. And one of the videos that I had planned to do was my goals for 2019. So I think I'm actually just gonna get into that here because it seems like something that would be really good to kind of jump into 2019 with, and to talk about while I'm going through this slump, in hopes that it will inspire me. And so I guess that's just kind of what I'm gonna hash out here. I hope, first of all, I just want to say I hope you guys had a good New Year's, and mine was spent playing video games with my husband, which was awesome. But like I said, since the new year has started, I have really not been feeling the best, but I have been focusing on my goals and the things that I really would like to get done for this year. And one of the things I did start is I started a daily planner, and I haven't done one of these since I was, I think, high school, because they used to give us planners in high school every year, and like I remember I would write my assignments down and stuff in it, but I think that was about it. And in college I just used a whiteboard. But the one thing that really helped me start to execute this is Jessi Huntenburg did a video on how she plans her week, and it just really, really hit me in how I wanted to do this. And I will put the link down for her video down below, but she has, hold on, I'm trying to find a week that was complete here. She's got a great video on it, but this is basically what I have been doing. And sorry, I have actually no idea if it's focusing because I don't have my glasses or contacts in, so I can't see very well right now. I got new glasses, but they're super reflective, and so I didn't get the anti-reflective coating, and so every single time I put them on, you can see nothing but the reflections in my eyes when I try to record. So I'll probably get a different pair with the coating on it. Anyway, so what this has been helping me do is actually track the things that I have to get done in caring for my kids, the chores that I need to do around the house, and just the general things that I want to get done, spiritual, and then appointments. And then I also have a section that tracks my daily things concerning my health. And I think this really helps with anxiety and my mental health as well. I mean, it's got, I track whether or not I've exercised that day, if I've had enough water, where my anxiety level is at, and if I've taken my medication and things like that. So it's really helped me kind of keep all of this stuff out of in here, because I feel like having all of this in my head has been just too much for me, and it exasperates my anxiety and just makes it way worse when I have to try and deal with mental illness and then have all of that in my head that doesn't need to be there. And Jessi talked about that in her video too, and I think that's what really hit me, is she flat out said, this does not need to be in here. And that was fantastic. She's incredible. I highly recommend her channel if you guys have not looked at it. But so I've been doing that, and I know I had written down goals for 2019 in here to kind of go over with you guys to jog my memory, especially since I actually, quite frankly, am winging this video, but let's face it, I always do that. So one of the big things that I would really like to start doing is journaling more. And I journal. I have actually since I was about 12, and it's been something that has helped me, again, get everything out of my head and on the paper. And I really kind of resonate with that stuff a lot. It's just way easier for me to deal with life if I can get everything out of my head and put it somewhere else. It just is. So I've been wanting to journal more frequently. And the other thing that I want to start doing is I would like to start my Book of Shadows. And actually I wanted to do a video talking about that to see if I could get some suggestions. I kind of want to do almost a bullet journal thing for my Book of Shadows. I'm going to have to set up get a setup where I can have maybe my webcam or my camera or my phone, so it'll be an off-camera video when I go over my Book of Shadows with you guys. But I think that's another thing that I hopefully can pump out here soon. And then the other thing is that I wanted to make a tarot study journal, and my thoughts were that I would like to get a journal and then a mini Rider-Waite and paste the cards in the journal and then kind of journal on them. I have also been doing the tarot tracker. I would reach it right now, but it's like literally right behind me in this weird, awkward, and I've really been loving that. And my method for the tarot tracker is actually, I've started to, you know what, I'm just gonna grab it. I think this is the Aquarian Mind. It's like Lady Lucy, Forever Unprepared. That should be the name of my channel. There we go. So the one thing that I've been learning in the 11 days that I've been doing this tarot tracker so far is that I have actually just been writing down 3 keywords for each card that I've drawn, and I haven't actually really been journaling on it. So that's kind of defeating the purpose. I mean, it's got journal prompts in here and stuff, and I need to be delving into this more, but sometimes it's hard to find the time during the day to do that. And so I've started to now go through a week of drawing the cards, writing down meanings, and then just kind of giving a sentence or two on what I think this is representing for me for the day. And then at the end of the week, like say Sunday night, I sit and I go through the week and I journal a little bit more extensively on this. That's, I think, the approach that I'm going to take, so then I can kind of dedicate time once a week to go through and more extensively do this. But back to the planner. Where are you? Proof's creeping back there. Sorry if you see me squint, it's because I can't see. I should have just put my contacts in. So aside from those journal projects that I would really like to start this year, my other goals for 2019 are that I would like to start a exercise regimen, which I have now begun to do. It is so far a combination of yoga with kind of like aerobics. I'm going to get some weight lifts. I'm going to start working with a exercise ball and a few other things like that. Just, I can't afford a gym membership, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I kind of have to work with what I have. I also have a bike and a bike trailer, so once the weather warms up, I can do things like taking my kids on bike rides and going on walks together or taking hikes. Those are the other things that I tend to enjoy. I'm also a big swimmer, but I don't have a pool, and with no gym membership, access to a pool is just not really something that I can do regularly for exercise. But so far what I have been doing has been working really well, and I've been focusing on my core, mostly because having endometriosis and going through a hip surgery and some other things, my core, and also 2 pregnancies, and my core has a lot of trauma, and I've just been trying to heal it. So that has been going really well so far. And the best thing about exercise regimen is I feel like you just need to start slow. So I have actually been only doing about 15 minutes a day, and it's a lot easier for me to be dedicated to it, because then I can just take 15 minutes, get it done. And if I have a day where I have a little bit more time, then I can bump up the time that I'm exercising and, you know, just kind of roll with it a little easier. I'm finding that relinquishing control on some of the things that I'm trying to do is also helping me tremendously, because going with the flow and not being so obsessive and clinging to the fact that it just has to be this way is helping. So I highly recommend that if you guys are trying to get stuff done this year too. And it's strange for me because this year I've never really been one that's been super big on New Year's resolutions, but I have been in this place in my life now where there's just so much that I want to change and do and focus on for myself. And it's weird because actually my card of the year is the Hermit, and I think I'm going to be spending a lot of this time like with that Hermit energy. All right, so the other things that I would love to do for 2019 are I want to really delve into shadow work, and I would like to really delve into astral travel and more frequent meditation and developing my intuition. And these are things that I feel at this point in my path I need to start doing, because I'm not going to progress without them. I think I'm not going to start really getting the good sustenance that is being spiritual where I'm at now in my path without taking these ventures. And the other thing that I would like to start doing is a daily practice, and I am really not fully sure how to execute that. Again, it's another thing that I have to try and be careful with when relinquishing control and trying to find that little bit of time every day to do something like this. It's the same as exercise. And I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do that. Most people do a morning ritual. Well, I'm not a morning person. I roll out of bed, my hair is a mess, and I'm half awake, and it takes me like 3 hours to wake up, and several cups of coffee, and it just, I don't have the spiritual energy in the morning. I'm a night person. So I'm thinking probably my daily ritual will be probably at night. But regardless of the fact, I just need to try and figure out how I want to execute that and what exactly daily practice will involve. But I'm hoping that if I spend a time a little bit each day being spiritual, that connection will become stronger, and I will become just more of a spiritually enriched individual. This is just something that I really feel I need for myself at this time in my life. So that's another thing that I'm really focusing on this year. The other things are the other couple of things that there's a few goals that I think will kind of come along more and more, but the last two things that I do really want to quickly throw out for my goals for 2019 are I would like to continue with therapy. I started therapy a year ago, right when I found out my mom was sick, and since then this last year has been nothing but just exploding into self-discovery. So I cannot sing enough praises for therapy. For those of you who are struggling and who feel that they could benefit from it, if it works for you, I do recommend it. Therapy is incredible, and having the right therapist and having that kind of mesh with that person, it is very helpful. So that's another thing that I hope to do. And the last thing is that I want to spend more time reading and less time on social media. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen something on social media, and being a highly sensitive person, it has thrown me into just a fit of overstimulation. And I'm just too sensitive, and I'm too sensitive to the struggles that go on in the world. I'm too sensitive to seeing my friends sometimes struggle in their own problems. And sometimes people post something that's just so outrageously moronic that I know that sounds really judgmental, but you know sometimes there are people that just do moronic things. Like, that's just how it is. I see that and I'm like, ah, and it ruins my mood for the whole day. And I don't want to be that way anymore. I don't want to let that affect me on such a deep level. So I'm fine with having a presence on social media. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with social media as long as it is used in moderation. So that's the thing that I would like to personally do for myself, is keep that moderation. And I use it as a form of communication, though, because I have family that's out of state. I'm not from Minnesota here. My whole family's in Washington State, and then I have friends spread throughout the country. So I do love social media for the fact that it helps me keep those connections and those friendships going, because there are people that I haven't seen in years but I still talk to rather frequently, and that's one of the plus sides to social media. But I want to limit my time on it, and I would like to dedicate that time more to reading books. And I have this whole shelf over here full of books, and there's a good chunk of them that I still haven't gone through. That shelf is so full that I have stacks of books behind me now. I have no space, and they're all things that need to be read. So I want to spend more time doing that stuff. I used to read more frequently, and I'm noticing that since I have had a smartphone and social media has become a thing, I don't read as frequently anymore, and that frustrates me because I feel that there's more that I could be doing than spending my time on social media. So I just personally want to moderate my usage, and I'm hoping that I can do that and kind of absorb more of the things that I think I genuinely need to learn about. So, and then my other goals, my last goal for 2019 is to keep continuing to progress with this channel and enrich it, and come out with more content. And like I said, sometimes I might wax and wane a little bit. I wish I could be more of a regular YouTuber where I can say, yeah, I put videos out on this day and this day, but my life just doesn't work that way. The only reason I'm able to make a video today is because my oldest son is with his grandparents and my youngest son is asleep. So I have this quiet time to dedicate to you guys. So thank you for being patient to me, or patient with me. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for being so freaking awesome. I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year so far. And I will be making more videos and putting out more content. So please just stick around. I'm still here. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed week. Blessed be.